What if bunkhouses just don't work for your family?
Because the thing is, bunkhouses just don't work for everybody. They work for a lot of families, certainly. They're very common. But what about families with really big kids? You know, a lot of bunks, I swear, they're made for very small people. And teenagers, I swear, they're bigger than they've ever been. I don't know what they're feeding these kids nowadays. But if they eat like my nephews, the answer is everything. But sometimes you also have situations where maybe you have an adult child living with you, perhaps an adult child with special needs, or your mother-in-law or father-in-law still live with you for whatever, maybe it's a medical reason, I don't know. There's just scenarios where a traditional bunkhouse doesn't work, but you still want to get out, you want to be mobile, you want to make memories with your family. That's where this comes in right here. I've also met some couples that love one another to death, but for like maybe one of them has a massive issue with snoring and they just need separate sleeping spaces so they don't end up driving one another crazy. This is a model that could work. It's a full, true 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. But what I thought was really interesting about this version, it's not a rear drop frame. Most of these 2-bed, 2-bath setups, the tail of this thing hangs so low, when you tow it, it looks like a dog scooting its butt across the carpet of your house. You don't have that problem here. So if you actually, have a big vehicle and you can tow something around, this can work. But also, this version, I think, actually has enough seating for everybody it can sleep. And that's another really weird goof up I see happen all the time in the RV industry. The RVs that sleep the most people seat the fewest butts. And you don't have that problem here. And you got a couple bathrooms, so a couple people can take a shower at the same time or something like that. Now, there is one thing here that kind of surprised me. It's a front bed. Now, it's normally a more centralized center queen, a north-south walk-around queen. We're looking at the optional king bed today. And while it's cool that you can put a RV king bed in this, it also puts that bed basically all the way against the wall, so you're kind of climbing into it. For some people, that'll be okay. For some people, that ain't gonna work. And if you appreciate that straight shooting, make sure you check out my full video tour on one of these, because that's what we're gonna do for you. Show you the ins and the outs and the ups and the downs, and help you find your second RV the first time.